But we should never forget the fact that we have experienced progress. So the question should be then, how can we continue and create better problems? How can we have positive progress for humanity? How can we share technology and lift more people out of poverty? How can we end geopolitical tension and wars by finding a common ground to stand on? And for that, we need to free ourselves from our own certitudes. We never solve problems. We just make problems better. It's always about progress. A vaccine does not solve the problem of a pandemic. It just makes the problem better. I put something into my body that should not belong in my body, but I'm not dead. And that's a positive progress. I mean, I don't know how it is to be dead, but I think it's really boring. And I really like to be alive. And we forget how privileged we are. We forget that we every day are privileged to be alive and to get up in the morning. We are the people that can future, and never on this planet, never ever in history, has someone had more capacity to future than you. We have some kind of economy, we have a lot of technology, and the challenge is about what do we do? What do you do? Why do you get up in the morning? What kind of problem are you working on? We can talk about the problem, but what problem are you working on? I just came over a conference in Germany. It was the Family Business of the Year award. And a woman won this award. And she came up on stage and gave her speech and talked to the audience. All the big companies in Germany were there, 400 billion euro revenue. And she went up on stage and she told the audience that now she has worked enough. It's time to give the CEO and the management to her children. And that's what family businesses do. They are not in it for a finite game. They are in it for generations, for infinity. And she talked about the problems that we have today. She talked about technology and the global geopolitical tensions and poverty and everything. And she said one thing. One thing. I am only worried about one single thing. That we do not try enough. That we do not put in the effort to make the world a little bit better. And then she welcomed her children up on stage to take over the management of the company. The children were 58, 60, and 62 years old. So Mrs. Bush had been running the company until she was 89. And she was only about how do we put in the effort? How do we take enough action? Goethe wrote in his famous Global Faust about it's not about the talk, about the word. It is about the action that we take. How can we build prosperity for posterity? By creating better problems, by striving for progress. And if we want to understand this madness that we call society, I think we have to rethink the economy. The economy is the operating system of our society. Everything has a price and has a value. You go to Davos, to the World Economic Forum, it's all about the future of the economy. If we want to build a social, ecological market economy, it becomes social if there is something to distribute, if there is money to give for services for the people. And it becomes ecological if ecology and economy becomes synergetic. We're not saving the world. We are fighting for human existence. that our children, our grandchildren can continue to experience this that we have, that we get up every morning. That's what we're doing. So if you can put climate and everything into the economy, and we have an incentive for change, then it will become powerful.